Next question. Hi, guys. How about on a podcast, you talk about what is the essential equipment for a home gym?
Okay, so for me, first of all, if you have nothing, if you're building from zero, the first thing you need is pull-up bars, a pull-up bar, and a dip bar. Somewhere to do dips and somewhere to do pull-ups. And that's what you need. Now, be careful if you're listening and you're like, okay, I'm going to go buy a pull-up bar and a dip bar. Don't get the little flimsy looking things that cost $129. You don't want that. It's almost worthless. It's better than nothing, but it is almost worthless. You want to get a legit dip bar and a legit pull-up bar. Dip bars are a little bit easier. You can go pretty cheesy on dip bars, but pull-up bars you can't. Pull-up bars, you need something legit strong. You can bolt it to your wall, but you need a nice pull-up bar with a inch and a half or a 2-inch metal pipe. I still have a pull-up bar that I bought from Home Depot. I bought it in 1998.
Okay.
I've had it ever since. And it's bolted on to my squat rack. But that's all it is. A piece of, 2-inch pipe, and that's what you do pull-ups on.
So when you say make sure it's legit, why is that? So it doesn't break while you're using it, basically?
Yeah, and also it's got to have some weight to it so you can do kipping pull-ups so the thing's not shaking all over the place. You see these, this is just going total cheese ball, the things with like the foam handles that just rotate and fall off, and it's just a nightmare. What you need is a pipe. That's what you need, is a piece of pipe from Home Depot. And then you need somewhere to do dips. Now, one thing that you can do that will cover both these is you can get rings, gymnastics rings.
Right.
And you can adjust the height of the rings, and you can do dips and pull-ups on rings. And then you can do muscle-ups as well. So rings are almost like if there's one thing you could have, if you could have one piece of equipment for working out, it'd probably be smart to go with just wooden rings. Because they are that flexible and you can do that much different stuff. You can do dips, you can do muscle ups, you can do pull ups, you can do push ups, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can do levers, you can do front levers, back levers. There's all kinds of gymnastics moves you can do. You could basically work for the rest of your life on rings and be good to go. So rings are a way of handling the whole pull up and dip bar situation. But, and that's why it's pretty much the number 2 thing for me is pull-up bar, dip bar / rings, because those are all going to kind of get you those basic body movements to build your strength. Once you get past that, now it's time for a squat rack. It's got to have a squat rack. And as soon as you have a squat rack, now my squat rack has a pull-up bar on it, which I bolted on myself. My squat rack is the same year. When I bought my first house, immediately had a garage gym. It was 27 years ago or something like that. Built a garage gym immediately. Bought a squat rack. Still have the same squat rack. Bolted a pull-up bar onto it. Still have that. I modified it a little bit and made dip bar, so I had a dip bar on it. This is before you could buy gymnastic rings, or I didn't know how to get a hold of gymnastics rings back in those days. And then the next thing that you need is an Olympic lifting bar and bumper plates. And so you can do your squats, your cleans, your clean and jerks, your deadlifts, and all your basic strength movements. After that, for me, I think kettlebells. So now you can do your swings, you can do your farmer's walks, you can do your snatches, there's a ton of exercises, Turkish get-ups. There's a ton of exercises that you can do there that kettlebells now add to the situation. And you can do some really psychotic conditioning, metabolic conditioning with the addition of kettlebells as well. At this point, if you only have one set of rings, I have 3 sets of rings, and I have one that's high for muscle ups, I have one that's medium for dips, and I have one that's low for push-ups. And I just have those all the time, so then you don't have to adjust them, because I guess I'm too lazy to want to adjust my rings all the time.
Yep.
The next piece for me is I like rowers, the Concept 2 rowers. I have one. I've had it for a long time. They're a brutal workout. I think that you can just destroy yourself very easily and very quickly. And I think like an Airdyne or an Air Assault type bike, I don't have one of those. I'm probably going to get one very soon, but I think those are outstanding as well. I didn't say jump rope earlier. That's another good kind of cardio, kind of Metcon, kind of get after it. And then maybe some medicine balls. And after that, I mean, I think, the question was essential equipment. To me, that's sort of my list.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just becomes fun. It becomes what kind of other implements can I bring into the situation that are going to eliminate boredom, increase creativity, increase dynamic and functional movement. And I think these are pretty good. And this is all stuff that's pretty common nowadays. There's a bunch of different places to get it and make it happen.
Yeah, especially when you kind of start with kind of one thing and you slowly just add on.
Yeah.
And essential, that's kind of a complex question anyway to begin with, and you did say for you, right? So it depends on what kind of gym you're doing, like what kind of results you want, So
well, everyone that's listening to this podcast wants to just peak physical conditioning in a broad array of environments and tasks.
Right. I would assume that as well, but it's not necessarily a fact. So, like, I'm just saying if they have different goals,
but name a goal.
It's going to look different.
Name a goal that won't be covered by this. You can't do it.
If they want to get their bench up.
Okay, that's one.
You need a bench for that.
If you want to get your bench up, you need a bench.
Yeah. Yeah, I think your list was pretty elaborate just my opinion.
Oh, because you're going to break it down because you're like a minimalist over here when it comes to working out?
No.
Let's hear it, minimalist.
Well, essential equipment, right? I would say it depends. So, yeah, okay.
It doesn't depend.
If you want, yes, it depends on what results you want. So if you just want to be a bodybuilder with big muscles.
Go to listen to a different podcast.
Right, that's not the question, though. The question
the people that are asking these questions are listening to this podcast. They're into physical fitness. They want to be healthy. They want to be jiu-jitsu players. They want to be fighters. They want to be able to functionally move well. They want to stay healthy. They're not just getting their bodybuilder on.
Okay. That still is an assumption, though. But
yes, it's a correct assumption.
For the sake of efficiency, I'm going to go ahead and
I'm going to let you, I'll tell you what.
Make that assumption as well.
1 minute to complete your list.
No. It's not about completing the list. I was going to elaborate a little bit more, but. No, I think that, I actually agree with you.
You don't have any elaboration? There's one more thing. You probably added a bench on there.
Yeah.
Is that what you'd add on? Anything else?
Yeah. Or anything that would facilitate the same thing a bench would facilitate.
Other than that, it's pretty good list, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a big time list. I think that's the deluxe list, though, man. I think you could cut a few of those off and still get good results.
It's an escalation, though.
Yeah.
If someone's listening right now and they're like, you know what, I'm going to go get in shape. First thing you do is get a set of rings that you can do pull-ups. That's number one.
Yeah, gotcha.
Then you can get a squat rack. Then the squat rack's going to come with a pull-up bar and a dip bar somehow, so you're good there. Then you got to get the bar and bumper plates, right? Which you can escalate. You can start with just a bar, and 2 25-pound bumper plates, and then every month buy another 45 pounds or 100 pounds or whatever, and you're good.
After you see those gains,
after you start jacking the big steel.
Here's the thing though about home gyms. Is if you work out at home, especially these kinds of workouts, you get more of a testosterone boost if you work out at a public gym, like at a 24-hour fitness or CrossFit gym or something.
Which one gives you more?
If you work out, if you work out in front of people, if there's other people around, you get a testosterone boost.
How come?
More so than you would. It's this thing where. I don't know. It's this weird. Some guy did an experiment a long time ago where I don't know how long ago, but he did an experiment where he found out all these little things that you can do in front of people that'll boost your testosterone. One was like drive a car, like a certain kind of car. And if you do it in front of people, it boosts your testosterone. So if you, and not only do you get that, you get mental priming as well. So when you walk in the gym, like the CrossFit gym, all the smells, the sounds, and all that basically primes your mind and your physiology for a workout. So I'll tell you, at home, I mean, I'm sure you could do that. I don't think it would replace the actually being there. Just that part of it. I'm not saying home gyms are junk. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah, no, because when I walk in my home gym,
you're primed.
I feel it. I feel primed. I love it.
Yeah, see, and that's part of it as well. So the whole reason I set up a home gym was so I don't have to make that drive to the gym and get all. But that kind of works against you.
It's interesting that you use that. Like I say, hey, I have a home gym, so I can just be alone in the cavern of doom and just get after it, and no one will bother me, and I can be alone in my world of pain, improving myself. Yeah, and you did it because you're too lazy to go to the gym.
Yeah, to make that drive, it's just more of a pain. I can save some time. Yeah, right. Which
it is an efficiency thing for sure.
Yeah, but that efficiency thing can depends on who you are. Yeah, it'll backfire. Like for example, I'll be like, hey, I don't have to. You feel like you don't have to get the most out of your workout because I could just come right back here, in an hour when I quote unquote feel better or when I feel more like doing it, or the TV's right there and look, hey,
so it's just a lack of discipline.
Big time lack.
It's a lack of discipline.
Yeah, it can be. And if you're looking for helpers for that discipline, a home gym, it could go either way, man.
Yeah, it depends on who you are. Because I personally I'm able to work out sometimes only because I have a home gym.
Yeah.
In other words, if my time is in a day, I'll get up super early. And if I wouldn't be able to hit my own gym quickly in 30 minutes and get a workout in, I wouldn't be able to it would take me 30 minutes just to get to gym and back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I recommend if you make a home gym, you do it in a positive way to increase your discipline. That's what I recommend.
Yeah. I like how, how your home gym is kind of separate
from my house.
Yeah, where you have to kind of go to it.
Yeah, so I do get to escape.
I feel like that's a big factor. Mine is like right outside next to the barbecue. Yeah. Next to the little...
You don't know whether you want to
I don't know if I'm cruising or lifting, Yeah. So,
it
depends.
It's rough for Echo Charles. Doesn't know if he's cruising or lifting.